Good morning. So we are out in the garden again today, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up with some garden progress that I was able to make yesterday. So yesterday morning and then into the early afternoon, I worked on this area, clearing out which was a walkway between these two rows. It was the last walkway that we had not gotten the cardboard and the bark mulch down on. So I was able to get that cleared out. It had been taken over by volunteer tomato plants and squash and pumpkin vines. So I cleared out the volunteers, kind of pushed everybody back into their row, and then I put down cardboard and bark mulch in this and got the walkway reestablished. So that'll be really nice for the rest of this summer slash fall, to kind of be able to get through here and even see what's growing. It's become such a jungle, it was hard to even see what was in here. So I'm pretty excited about that. I pretty much have the bark mulch finished up in the garden. I do have a little bit of work where I want to bring in some of the rock from around the property and make a nice border around the row garden and then kind of finish off the edge here. I don't think I'm going to get to that today, so that'll be a project for another day, and of course I'll show you the update on that. So but for now, I think the bark mulch is pretty well finished up, and I'm really excited about how nice the garden feels. The other thing is that in this row right here, we came out maybe like a month ago, and this was a row we hadn't really planted. So the only thing that came up in here was the volunteer tomatoes. We went ahead and planted a bunch of bush bean in here. And then also in the bed where the garlic was, we went ahead and put a bunch of sugar snap peas, because those will like the cooler weather that we have for the fall. So I'm really excited because getting this cleared out, I was able to reveal all of those bush beans that we had planted and were coming up, but were really lacking in the light because they were just being crowded out by everything else. So this will give them a chance to grow, and then we will have those in the not too distant future. So that's exciting too. All right, so what I'm doing in the garden today is I need to get all of the peppers pulled, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing with those, because the plants have pretty much done. There's still a lot of peppers on them, so I don't think I'm going to pull the plants just yet, but I am going to pull off all of pretty much everything that has reached maturity, and there's a lot on there. So I'm thinking what I will do is make some fermented jalapenos, which I've not done before. The bell peppers, we eat a lot of bell peppers, so we'll probably just eat those fresh. And then I might hang the poblanos. So that's pretty much the gist of what is in this pepper bed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those pulled off, and then we will get to working on getting those processed. So I have my jar of jalapenos chopped up, and I'm actually a little nervous about the amount of seeds that are in here, because I'm afraid these are gonna be like so wicked hot that I won't even be able to eat them. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in my salad spinner. So I think I should be able to spin out some of the seeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that out and see if we can get this cooled down just a touch. That worked. But word to the wise, anytime you're working with peppers like this and you're releasing a lot of juices and all at once, do not lean over them, because it literally took my breath away and I started coughing and my throat's a little tight. So word of caution, be careful when you're dealing with these. Anyway, that worked really well. I don't know what my suggestions are other than to, I guess, like do it like near a fan or open the window or something. Okay, so that worked really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my peppers back into the quart-sized jar, and then I will top it off with my saltwater brine as soon as that is done cooling down to room temperature. So we have added our saltwater brine to our jalapenos, and what we are going to do is just set these aside. So a couple things, a while back when we were making fire cider, I bought these fermenting lids and then the glass pucks. You don't have to have these. There are lots of different ways to do fermenting without these specific tools. So you can always just do like a simple Google search or look on Pinterest. There's lots of ideas out there. However, I really like these because it's kind of a set it and forget it. So we can put this on the counter in a place that's not in direct sunlight and just leave it there for a couple weeks, and then we will check these out and see how they are doing. I do have everything pushed down below the brine with a glass puck that's sitting on top of it. I will say that there was some seeds that kind of floated to the top, and I'm not sure how careful you need to be about that, but I went ahead and used a spoon and just kind of pulled those off of the top. There isn't any air really getting to this, so I'm not super worried about it. Because of this lid, you can actually use the little pump and even pump the air that is in there out. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, but anyway, I went ahead and pulled them out just to be on the safe side. So I am excited to see what these look like and taste like. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We really appreciate you being here. We try to put out at least one video every week. And thank you so much, and we will see you next time.